Additionally, generative AI should in no way should displace authorship, wherein technology is not a destiny, and we consider that rethinking academic pedagogy in the age of AI is mandatory. The presenters also recognize that we should consider designing and providing structured pedagogical models, wherein AI is conceived as a mediator, not meant to replace the author. In the Algerian context, we encourage practitioners to design AI-informed curricula, wherein pedagogy should move from prohibition to guided integration. We also should teach AI literacy and critical writing, and also develop epistemic responsibility. They all stress that the use of AI as a cognitive partner, not a replacement for it, and we should adapt with technology. More importantly, it has been stressed that AI, if used wisely, could be of a great benefit to writers, to practitioners, and to students. However, over-dependence on AI might inhibit creativity. So AI is perceived as a supportive, not as a substitute. And the presented papers emphasize the importance of maintaining learner agency, the need to balance technology with encouraging transparent and ethical AI use.
Professor Hafid Hamzawi, and then follow through the list. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Belkhair. I would like first to thank you, Dr. Belkhair, and thank Dr. Zikri as well for the huge work you did before the conference, during the conference, and I'm sure after the conference. So it was an opportunity to listen to different views on writing, to listen to different teaching strategies, techniques used by different colleagues in Algeria and outside Algeria. And indeed, it is a needful topic to think about, because I believe that in the age of AI, we feel as if the writing skill is being threatened. Indeed, this is my feeling, and as being a teacher of writing for many years, to include it, but how to include it? Of course, as my colleague said, no need to ban it. Anyway, it is a fact, it's there. Students are going to use it, whether you ban it or not. So I think that it would take time. It will take time to teach students to use AI not as, let's say, not as a writer, but as a coach. This will be very difficult, but I think that we can achieve this end. So we can, for example, help students, let's say, work on the process of writing first. That is to say, that brainstorming, organizing ideas, arguing. So this is important.
Thank you very much, Dr. Belkhair and Dr. Zikri, for the success of your conference. It was really successful. We can say that it is successful since everything, as I guessed in many panels that I visited, everything was great. All the participants were happy. You create pleasure within all of us.
It's a well-structured and intellectually stimulating conference. It has truly been a pleasure for me to moderate one of the panels, which is panel 3. Second language writing and generative AI. Regarding my experience as a moderator, I particularly enjoyed the diversity of topics addressed, the strong focus on current issues such as the AI-assisted tools, generative AI, and academic writing. And I would like engagement and seriousness of the presenters, the smooth coordination and clear communication before the event, and the panel discussions were insightful, relevant, and reflective of real challenges in our academic context.
Thank you. Distinguished chairs, respected colleagues, dear professors, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to seize the opportunity to thank and to congratulate the chair of the conference, Dr. Belkhair and Dr. Zikri, for your academic leadership, for your dedication, for your invaluable support, for your careful planning and commitment to academic excellence. On the behalf of the participants of panel 2, entitled Professional Development in Teaching Second Language Writing, I'm honored to briefly share the main insights and recommendations that emerge from their discussions. Panel 2 brought together scholars from Algeria and abroad who collectively emphasized that effective second language writing instruction go beyond correction and final product. The panel reaffirmed that writing is complex, cognitively and socially mediated process, and that teachers' professional development plays a decisive, a vital role in shaping learners' written performance. The following key recommendations. The first one, professional development in LT writing should be continuous, reflective, and context-sensitive rather than being isolated training events. Second, writing pedagogy should move from correction-based approaches toward process-oriented and strategy-based instructions, allowing learners to plan, draft, revise, and reflect meaningfully on their writing. Third, teachers' belief, particularly regarding ICT integration and feedback practices and AI, artificial intelligence integration, must be explicitly addressed as they strongly influence classroom practices.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Dear chairs, conference chairs, participants, esteemed colleagues, good afternoon. I would first like to thank Dr. Zahra Belkhair and Dr. Wafa Zikri for all the efforts they have invested in making this event a success and for bringing us together around to discuss such an important topic. Well, I moderated session or panel 20, and the discussions have approved that writing is a cognitively demanding task where students often exhibit pressure and anxiety, and for which many models have been proposed. So as key recommendations from the discussion and the debate we had is that emotional intelligence is to be accepted as a key moderator between writing, anxiety, cognitive demands. And another important issue is that integrating literary text into auto instruction is key to developing critical thinking skills as a key or as an implementation strategy, especially that writing and the way it is done in the middle through secondary school largely ignores critical thinking skills or the development of these skills. So integrating literary text would be a good strategy. So these were most, mainly the main recommendations that emerged from the panel discussion. Thank you so much.
Issue of writing, because I am pretty certain that not only teachers teachers who teach the class of writing, that they are battling with the deteriorating skill of our students, skill of our students writing, but also teachers from different disciplines like mine, literary and cultural studies. And so I just wanted to share something that was said earlier in my panel, which I moderated, which was said by Dr. Yasmina Benzita from the University of Biskra, in which she actually shared with us the fact that at the University of Biskra, what is currently being done is that a class dedicated to AI and writing takes place. And I thought it's a fascinating idea. If this is actually implemented elsewhere in the different universities, in the many universities of Algeria, including ours in the University of Tlemcen, that would actually change from students' perception of AI as only a tool that does the job for them, and in fact create a space for them how to make this AI, this tool, actually an assistant tool rather than entirely dependent on it. So through your conference that we knew about this, I just really wanted to chip in and add this so that we all contemplate the idea because and encourage our university to maybe create a class for third year level, because at Biskra University it is taking place at the third year level, which is a very important level, because then they'll have to go to masters, and we want to really equip them. So through this conference, again, that this idea has been shared, and we hope that we can make something out of it. Again, thank you very much for this very fascinating conference, and too many more, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, too many more, inshallah, organized by you, Dr. Yusfi, as well. Camila.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
You hear me?
Yes, very well.
All right. So, dear President, dear colleagues, first of all, I would like to thank the President, Dr. Belkhair, with whom I love working, and I've been working with her for years, more than 5 years, I think. And this is always a pleasure. I congratulate you, Dr. Zikri, for being really active. MashaAllah, keep shining and keep. I really enjoy the way you organize your conferences. Idea is to add writing to it, because honestly speaking, I do not see the importance of an EFL student being taught how to use it. Is too technical for our students. This is one part. And I promise you, Dr. Yusfi, that I will be working on the idea that you proposed that I really agree on. This is one point. The second point, one of the recommendations was to work on AI literacy. And indeed, this is another recommendation that we'll be working on along with the head of the department of Tlemcen University and the dean and myself, and we will work on this in the future. I keep my promises. Something else. Since we spoke about AI and dissertation writing, and with experience, we can detect that this dissertation is written by ChatGPT. There is the same style, that hyphen, the same vocabulary. So I can detect this. So, and I said this in the panel. So I was an examiner in one of the master dissertation, and I had the Turnitin Pro version that detects AI. So what was given to, let's say, to the administration for plagiarism, that was like 1 or 2%, but the one that I had, it was 80%. But there is nothing to protect us or to give this argument that this has been written by ChatGPT, though we know it, but we cannot use this argument. So what I will try with the help of the team, with the help of Professor Hamzawi, with the help of the whole admin staff, to ask the rector to go for the, let's say, the Turnitin Pro version that detects AI, because we need it. I'm not against AI, no. I am fully, we must actually work with AI. We are surrounded by AI. But we should use it in order to brainstorm, in order to correct grammar, in order to generate ideas. Yes, to include it in the classroom as a tool. And we all agree that the teacher can never be replaced. But given, let's say, this thing to the students so that he or she copies everything and brings pre-ready or pre-ready-made, let's say, dissertation that was not written by the students, and when you ask that student, he or she does not know, and it is quite obvious the day of the dissertation, I am against it.
So good afternoon, everyone. I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Belkhair and Dr. Zikri for giving me the opportunity to share my work and to be a moderator. It's my second time to be a moderator, so I thank you so much. I moderated panel 14. Throughout the session, we discussed about students' struggles and challenges in writing. And of course, there were some suggestions among teachers and students too. So we suggested that practical strategies would be really helpful to improve students' writing skills and support their learning process. Also, as Professor Hamzawi and Graya Wasila, they talk about the use of AI among students. I think that's, and this is what we have discussed, okay, during the panel, during the session. We cannot stop. I think that we cannot stop students from using AI, but we can educate them to well use it, why not? Or to use it ethically and thoughtfully. This also will guide students and control them. This will help students. In fact, to more. Produce well-written text. So we discuss all this, and I think that's the last point that we have said, that writing is really a difficult task, either for teachers and for students. And for teachers, I think that teachers should be really patient to teach written expression, especially nowadays with the emergence of AI tools.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد عليه الصلاة وأزكى التسليم. Allow me at first, before talking about some recommendations and main takeaway put forward by the participants taking part in my panel that took place yesterday, I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratefulness, and I would like even to express my congratulations to the conference president, Dr. Belkhair and Dr. Wafa Zikri, for such an amazing work you have done, for the choice of the topic, and for the main access you have provided. I would like to thank you for such a nice experience that was really wealthy and rich, in which, of course, we could have contributed and exchanged knowledge and feedback among participants inside and outside Algeria. Among the recommendations, and I really even appreciate the presentation that was put forward by Dr. Azzeddine Boudouaya, who is actually a teacher, English teacher in China. They even advise and urge the use of the AI tools for teaching their students, all the AI tools except the ChatGPT, because they are not allowed to use it in teaching whatever skill, of course. Among the recommendations that I have understood and I have taken from their contribution, even though we all, as teachers of English, we do admit the potential role of using the AI tools in teaching, of course, different skills. Though the use of AI reduces anxiety and increases motivation, and this is what we really understand from the reaction of our students, it is high time, of course, to think of how to improve self-efficacy among students and how to use the AI tools, but in a manner that's not only somehow enable them to develop their competence in writing, of course, and the speaking as well. I'm talking about the productive and receptive skills, but also to think of how we use it, but in a manner that enables them, of course, to use their mental capacities to develop their critical thinking skills. Especially when I give reference to what I was mentioned, given reference to Bloom's taxonomy, the different levels. For example, as Dr. Ghwali said it before, using it to correct grammar, to correct vocabulary. But we completely forget the fact that the higher level of Bloom's taxonomy, of course, like analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, these things, of course, should be even reconsidered. Since we are talking about the process, this idea gives birth or paves the way to rethinking about the assessments that should be redesigned and redesigned, of course, because we are talking about assessments given reference to the skills I have mentioned right now. I would like once again to extend my gratitude and to thank you so much and to congratulate you even for such amazing topic and for the success of this conference. And Allah ya'tikum saha, and thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start by thanking dear Dr. Belkhair and Dr. Wafa Zikri and all who contributed to the organization and success of this scientific event. It is an absolute pleasure to be among you. So I had the pleasure of both participating in panel 8 and moderating it. And a common theme in this conference, as well as in panel 8, is AI use in EFL writing, as 3 of the presentations out of 5 dealt with this topic. And apart from what's been said, in addition to that, I would like to add simply that AI, or artificial intelligence, just like any technology, aims to basically help us as human beings and facilitate our lives. And just like the internet, ever since its invention, has made it easy for us to access information without having to go to the library, AI basically revolutionized access to information. And so the whole thing, or the important issue, is knowing how to use AI, or guiding our students in using AI in a way that empowers them as writers, and rather than restrain their capacities. And so as many other moderators have emphasized, this highlights the importance of increasing students and teachers' AI literacy to promote ethical, critical, meaning employing critical thinking, and effective AI use that supports rather than obstructs or hinders the development of auto writing skills. And of course, this necessitates explicit teaching, teacher professional development, and institutional support by providing access to digital tools, as well as reliable AI detectors to each teacher and students as well. So basically, we can integrate digital tools and AI as an assistant to teachers, not as a replacement, basically in facilitating the writing process, especially in the revision stage or in the drafting stage, of course, with teacher guidance and supervision.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zikri, and I apologize for being late. First of all, I want to congratulate you for the success of this conference about AI and EFL writing. So thank you very much for organizing such kind of conference and for giving us the opportunity to meet experts from Algeria and outside Algeria. So as far as my panel was concerned, it means it was about AI assisted writing. I'm not going to repeat all what have been said because most of the recommendations were said. I want just to add few points that we nowadays we are living with AI. No one can neglect that AI is living with us. So we need to adapt our teaching methodologies, practices with AI. So recommendations regarding students. So students should know that AI is used as a support, not replacing human thinking. And here is the danger when the machine starts thinking instead of you. So this is point number 1. Point number 2, students should be aware of double checking what is generated by AI as paragraphs or as sentences, as essays, etc. Because sometimes we have what we call biased content, so students should be aware of that. For teachers, we need as teachers to provide what we call a clear guidance for our students, what is allowed, what is not, what is accepted, and what is not. As far as for the institution, we need, as was said by Dr. Wali, that we need a clear policy about the use of AI. It means here, and among the policies or among the elements that can be used as a policy is to ensure training for both teachers, students, and administrative agents also. So to summarize, when speaking about AI and EFL writing, we should take into account the following levels: transparency, human responsibility, critical thinking, academic integrity, and data protection.
Okay, thank you all, and thank you, dear partner in the presidency of this conference, Dr. Wafa Zikri, for all the devotion and, all things that we have shared. All right, so now I'm very glad to have come to this end of the conference, hearing you saying all these words of appreciation and insight and recommendations about it. So indeed, it's time to take a moment to thank all of you and to express our heartfelt gratitude to all the conference participants from the opening session with the leading honorary guest who opened it on their top, Professor Megashu Murad, the rector of the University of Tlemcen, the dean of the faculty, Professor Hamza Gigmoro, Wasila, and of course all the participants, the panelists, the moderators, the organizing, the scientific committee members, the director of the FLP-ITP lab, Dr. Fatima Zuhra Adar, for her generosity, for her commitment, and all the stuff that she supported us with. To all of you, of course, thank you so much, and we are very glad that you have proven to take most of this conference, and it is very clear from all what you have said and shared